Okay, so since we're talking about research, I wanted to kind of give you a quick look at using the form or using the databases and the library forms. You'll more than likely get a library introductory session in 102, so we don't need to go into a whole lot of detail on it, but I still wanted to kind of give you some information. So the search library resources, this will search the resources within the library itself. So if you're looking for a book on a topic, this is where you'd go. So let's say I wanted to find something on Marlowe, Christopher Marlowe. I put Marlowe. Well, technically that's the name of the author. And I would find all of the resources that we have in the library on Christopher Marlowe. But let's say that I don't necessarily, and I can click on any of these and find more information. So Marlowe the Play is by Stevie Simkin. So if I click here, this will show me lots and lots of useful information. So who the author is, who it was published by, when it was published, type of document, and we can see it's in the circulating collection. The call number is right here, and it's available to be taken out. Turns out there are actually reviews on here, so I could look more on those reviews to see if this was a reputable source. You can also get information on citing it. So let's say I wanted MLA. I think this is 8th edition. So I could go here and I could find my citation right here and copy and paste it. Of course, it's ideal if you do that on your own, but if you don't feel comfortable with it or you're not 100% sure, this is easier. So now let's say I wanted to go back and look at the electronic resources and databases. These are the things that are online but aren't necessarily physically in the library. Down here at the bottom, we have some frequently used sources, and a lot of these are collections of sources. So EBSCOhost Databases has a lot of different sources in it. If you were looking for a specific subject, so let's say I wanted, there's not English here. Let's say literature. Let's say I was doing research on literature. So I could click over here for literature, and this would take me to the lib page for literature and some of the main resources that we tend to use. So the biggest ones are Literary Reference Center Plus, Literature Resource Center, and the MLA International Bibliography. And then you have more information that you can use here. So here are some databases to locate articles that could be useful for a paper on literature. Ooh, I didn't know about ITER. JSTOR is really great. ProQuest is really good. Gale is really good. So you could skim through these. You could also find some additional ones. So here are some more resources you might want to look at, and some additional information from Mr. Nuttall, who is our who's in charge of this floor. This is Harry Nuttall. So let me go back off of the literature lib page, and you could do that for any of these topics. So if you're in the social sciences and you wanted to know about psychology, you could click psychology. If you are in sports management, there's a sports management link, and you'll see a similar page there with kind of pre-curated resources that will help you find the best databases for your specific area. I'm going to go back over to literature. Well, actually, no, I'm going to do this a different way. So let's say you know the one you want to use. So I know I like the MLA International Bibliography. So I'm going to click MLA in there. I'm going to click on MLA Directory of Periodicals International Bibliography. Now let's say that I want to look for some things. Now, technically you are supposed to, if I wanted to find Marlowe's Massacre at Paris, I would need to put Marlowe and Massacre at Paris. That's what I'm told you're supposed to do. I've never done it that way. I just do this. I will do Faustus. That's more famous. Marlowe Faustus. I just use my keyword string, hit search, and I'll find all sorts of stuff on Marlowe's Faustus. So these are all academic journals from all over the world. And so then I could click here and find more information on it. This one is not online. Oh, yes, it is. So to find a full copy of it, I would click Full Text Finder. Oh, nope, this one isn't. Sometimes you can't access them. Let's try this one. Nope. And this is the frustrating thing with research sometimes, is that you can't always access everything. That looks funny. Marlowe's Faustus is a numbskull. You can't always access everything you want, so sometimes you have to just kind of work with what you can find. But here, this one will load. And okay, ask more than thou hast wit to ask. Marlowe's Faustus is a numbskull. Since I'm accessing it from the library, I can just download it as a PDF, accept, and then print it or save it to my computer as I choose. And here I have the article that I can look at. And I can go from there in doing my research. Now, my area is, of course, literary research. But let's say I wanted to do some research on... Oh, come on, what are you doing? I don't know what my computer's doing right now. Back over here. Scrolling. Okay, let's say I wanted to do it on psychology. So, database, there's guides, but databases, let's look at psych articles. So it's a different database, but it looks very similar. So let me type in ADHD. And here I can see all sorts of articles and information on ADHD. Now, I might not really want video results and, might only want peer-reviewed. So let's say I only want peer-reviewed. I'd go over here and I'd click that. And that would limit it to just the 700 and some on peer-reviewed journals. Maybe I don't want research from 1963, especially since the term didn't enter the dictionary until 1987. So let me just last 10 years. So I'm going to start my research here. Well, actually, I made it 2013. It slipped. These are all the articles that are peer-reviewed that are from 2013 to current. I can narrow it down even more. So 4 of those are in French. I don't want to read French right now, although I can. So I'm just going to limit it to English. Here, since it's a psych journal, I could go even further and limit it to methodology. So maybe I only want to look at meta-analyses that look at other studies. And so then I could click that and I could find these 11 meta-analyses that would give me the information that I was looking for ADHD. So that's kind of a quick overview on how to use the electronic resources. I've not found it to be too terribly difficult. I know some people have. Back here, JSU. So to use electronic resources, again, click electronic resources, go to the subject, find a database in your subject that you would like to use, and then just search it like in Google. And if you need more information, again, there are all these subject guides here that can be really helpful in helping you to locate what you need for your main subject. If you need more answers, that you can ask the librarians at jsu.libanswers.com. they're really most of the time quite eager to have people asking about the library. So, and about research. So don't be afraid of bothering them. They really love helping people learn. And if you're looking for, again, if you're looking for books, looking for something physically in the library, this is the box to use, not that one down there. It's a good idea to know what you're looking for ahead of time if you're looking for articles or if you're looking for things physically in there. So that should give you a bit of a primer and should kind of help guide you through it for being able to do research in the future if you choose in this class. And I hope you guys have a great day.